So welcome back to business law class. We are in third unit, that is Companies Act. Till now we have discussed about company, characteristic features of company, classification of companies, formation of company, memorandum of association, articles of association, prospectus, and we are discussing about the terminology relating to meetings. Am I correct? Yes. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
What is the terminology till now that we have discussed about meetings? We have discussed about notice. Okay. We have discussed about
Yes, sir.
agent. We have discussed about proxy. We discussed about the rules and regulations regarding proxies, attendance in a meeting. What is a quorum? We discussed about it also. What is quorum? Yes, what is a quorum?
The minimum number of people attending meetings.
It is minimum number of members required to conduct a meeting. That is what you mean by saying quorum. Okay. Then we discussed about motion. It is a proposal to be discussed at a meeting by the members is called motion. Okay. Then amendment. Amendment means any modification, any change to a motion before it is put to vote. It is put for voting. That is what you mean by amendment. Amendment means change, any modification. Okay. Then we will discuss about resolutions. See, resolution means the decisions that are taken at a meeting. Whatever say, after notice comes, the members will attend. They may attend personally or they may send a proxy. Okay. Agenda will be put forth to them. They will discuss about various proposals. Then in the meeting, discussions will be held and decisions will be taken on the various proposals put forth in a meeting. So those decisions are known as resolutions. Okay. So for a decision to be taken, motions will be put forth in a meeting. So motions may be accepted with or without amendments. A motion can be accepted with amendments or without amendments. It depends on the number of members who are present in the meeting, who are eligible to vote. Okay. Once if a motion is passed, it becomes a resolution. So a passed motion is a resolution. Whatever discussions that take place in a meeting, motion will be passed, and those motions are known as resolutions. Passed motion is known as resolution. Okay. Then kinds of resolutions. See, normally you have three kinds of resolutions: ordinary resolution, special resolution, and resolution requiring special notice. We will discuss about these kinds of resolutions. Okay. Ordinary resolution means, can anybody guess what is an ordinary resolution? Yes, can anybody guess? What is an ordinary resolution?
I have no idea.
See, out of the members attended, if more than 50% accept a resolution, that is ordinary resolution. Did you understand? A simple majority is enough to take a decision. That resolution is known as ordinary resolution. Means suppose in a meeting 10 persons or 10 members are present. Okay. If 6 support it, that will be enough to take a decision regarding a particular proposal. That is known as ordinary resolution. Did you understand? Simple majority is required. More than half of the present members, if they accept to a proposal, if their acceptance is enough, that is known as ordinary resolution. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Now coming to special resolution. See, special resolution is required in certain cases. What are those cases we will discuss later. But first of all, you should know the implication of a special resolution. Special resolution is required in extraordinary cases, and 75% of the members who are present should favor the proposal. Only then it will be accepted in case of special resolutions. Means suppose if 100 members attended a meeting who are eligible to vote, at least 75 members should support a proposal. Then it becomes special resolution. See, what are the important documents of a company?
MOA, AOA, sir.
MOA, AOA, prospectus also I mentioned. Memorandum of Association, Articles of Association, and prospectus is also an important document. What is prospectus? Yes, what is prospectus?
Sir, they will give the assurance, sir.
No, that is not prospectus. What is the assurance? You went into another topic.
Minimum capital, sir.
Huh? No. Prospectus is a document seeking money from public, I mentioned. See, I am going back to the topic once you see. See, this is prospectus, which includes information regarding the size of the issue, current status of the company, its equity capital, its current and past performance, the promoters, the project, cost of the project, means of financing, product and capacity, etc. That is what you mean by saying prospectus. Prospectus is a document which seeks money from the public by introducing itself to the public. Did you understand? Is it clear? Yes, please. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now coming to this topic. See, whatever you mentioned, Aditya, this is not that one. The thing is, underwriters. You mentioned about underwriters who give guarantee to minimum subscription. Did you recollect? Am I correct? Underwriters are those persons who give guarantee to minimum subscription of capital to a company. Okay, you mentioned that underwriters. About underwriters, you have mentioned when I asked about prospectus. Okay, now coming to special resolution. In a meeting, if 75% of the members accept a proposal, then it is known as special resolution. In some cases, special resolution is required. In some cases, in ordinary cases, only ordinary resolution is enough. But in certain cases, special resolution is required. What are those cases? For example, we will see. I mentioned Memorandum of Association is the most important document in a company's life. So in order to alter means change. In order to alter the domicile clause means its address. Domicile means its address. Domicile clause refers to its address. So from one state to another state, if they want to change, special resolution is required. Ordinary resolution is not enough. Similarly, I mentioned the objects clause is the important clause in Memorandum of Association. If a company wants to change its objects clause, ordinary resolution is not enough. 75% of the people should agree. 75% of the members should agree. Okay. Similarly, in order to change the name clause of the company, if they want to change, I mentioned when I introduced you about Memorandum of Association and Articles of Association. name clause, it can be changed, but it requires utmost difficulty. See, I mentioned you before your first class, second class, you can change your name easily, but after 10th class it will become difficult. It is not impossible, but it is difficult. Similarly, all those classes, changing them requires special resolution. Those clauses are name clause, address clause. Similarly, capital clause, special resolution is required. Ordinary resolution is not enough to change them. Similarly, to change the articles of association. Articles of association are related to internal rules and regulations for maintenance of company. So, in order to change the articles of association, ordinary resolution is not enough. Special resolution is required. Similarly, in order to change the name of the company by omitting limited or private limited, see, after the names of companies you can see several times you will see it is limited or it is private limited. If you want to change this also, after the name of the company, if you want to change at the end of its name, suppose it is limited, you want to convert it into private limited. If it is already private limited, you want to make it limited. So if these changes are required to be made, it requires special resolution to be made. The ordinary resolution is not enough. 75% of the members should accept. Okay. Then last kind of this resolution is resolution requiring special notice. Okay. In certain cases, special notice is required to take a resolution. Okay. Why this means? In case of important matters, the members should have enough time to discuss about, to think about the important matter. So that is why the company's registrar requires special notice to be given to the members to take a decision regarding important matters. Okay. According to Companies Act 1956 or according to Articles of Association of a company, at least special if the company wants to give a special notice to the members, at least 14 days before the meeting, the company registrar should send a circular to all the members involved in the meeting. Okay. So the company must within 7 days before the meeting give the notice to the proposed resolution to its members. Okay. So before the meeting take place, 7 days before only the members need to be communicated about the proposed resolution. Okay. Before 14 days they have to be notified, and before 7 days notice regarding that special resolution should be given to its members. Okay. So the date of a meeting, time of meeting, everything should be clearly mentioned, and what is the topic that they are going to discuss, that also need to be mentioned clearly. Okay, in the special notice, resolution requiring special notice. So resolutions are of 3 types. One is ordinary resolution, means a simple majority is required. 50%, more than 50% should accept a proposal. Special resolution, at least 75% of the members present should accept it. Resolution requiring special notice, at least 14 days before only company should intimate. 7 days before only the proposal should be prepared and circulated to the members. So those are known as resolutions requiring special notice. So this is about resolutions and those kinds. See, these are the examples of special notice requiring resolutions. See, you can see, to appoint an annual general meeting, appointing an auditor or person other than a retiring auditor. See, auditor will check the accounts whether they are properly maintained or not. He will certify. He is a qualified chartered accountant. So in order to appoint him or in order to appoint a person other than a retiring auditor, special notice is required to be given to the members. Okay. Similarly, in place of a retiring auditor, he should not be reappointed. That is the proposal. that requires special notice. The retiring auditor should not be reappointed. That is the opinion of the majority of the members in the directors board or majority of the members in the company who are working. So for that, in order to take a decision on that one, special notice is required. Similarly, if a director has done some mischievous thing in the company, he has earned bad name in the company. So before his tenure only, the company wants to see to it that he gets out of the company. So for that, the company has to convene a meeting. A special notice is required to be served to the members. Similarly, in order to appoint another director in a place of removed director. So in order to remove one director from his post before his deadline, before his due date is over, in that condition also special notice is required. So in order to appoint another director in his place, in the place of the removed director also, special notice is required. Okay. So these are some of the examples in which special notice is to be given to the members. Then adjournment. What is adjournment? See, when you hear news or when you see newspapers, our state assembly or parliament will be adjourned. Adjourned means suspending the proceedings of a meeting for the time being. Okay. In the adjournment motion itself, they will mention the next date of meeting. The time will be fixed in that meeting itself. Okay. For the time being, the meeting will be suspended. The proceedings will be suspended, and the next date of meeting, next time of meeting will be decided then and there itself. Okay. Similarly, you have to remember one thing. See, whatever decision that has to be taken in the present meeting, on those issues only, in the next meeting, the decisions will be taken. See, suppose today we have arranged a meeting regarding conduction of our semester end examinations. Let us take for example. Because of heavy rain, the meeting could not be carried out. Suppose the meeting was scheduled from 12 to 4 o'clock. But up to 2, all the members sat together. At 2 o'clock, it rained heavily. Power also went off. We could not discuss at length. The meeting will be suspended for the time being. And tomorrow exactly at 12 o'clock again we will sit. And the agenda of the meeting is same, whatever that we are discussing today, the same agenda will continue for tomorrow also. So adjournment means suspending the proceedings of a meeting for the time being. Okay. Next meeting date, next meeting place will be mentioned in the present meeting itself. Okay. The postponement of a meeting. This is another point which is related to meeting. Postponement means, what do you mean by postponement? Yes, what do you mean by postponement? If you want postponement of examinations, let us take for example. What does it mean? What do you require? Yes. What do you mean by postponement? What is postponement? No idea, Karthik, about postponement?
Cancel, sir.
You want the examinations to be postponed means you want to cancel the examination forever?
Few days.
You want the examinations to be held at a later date, but
Yes,
not
sir.
cancel. Cancellation is different. Cancellation means you do not want examinations at all. Okay. Postponement means deferring the holding of the meeting itself. See, suppose I mentioned today is 2nd date to 2nd July. See the difference between adjournment and postponement. You see, adjournment means meeting started, but it did not conclude. Decision did not take place. In the next subsequent meeting, decision will be taken. But postponement means in the morning itself, directors have sent another message. Today because of heavy rain or today because of cyclone, the date has been changed to 12 July. So this is postponement. Before the meeting takes place itself, the date will be changed in case of postponement. But in case of adjournment, meeting starts. But in the middle of the meeting will be adjusted to the subsequent date, to a later date rather. Okay, postponement means deferring the holding of the meeting itself at the beginning. See, in case of postponement, directors will take the decision. Board of directors will decide in advance itself. Whereas in case of adjournment, who are present in the meeting, the members all together will decide. Because today we are unable to continue the meeting because of bad weather or any other disturbance. So the next date, in the meeting itself, they will decide and they will communicate. Did you understand? So that is the difference between
Yes, sir.
adjournment and postponement. In adjournment, meeting starts, but it ends abruptly. But in postponement, meeting will not start. In the beginning itself, directors will decide and will communicate to the members. Okay. Dissolution means, this is also related to meeting, means termination of a meeting. So means the meeting no longer exists once it has been dissolved. Okay. So if say I mentioned in the previous classes, I mentioned one term, quorum. For public limited company, what is quorum? For private limited company, what is quorum? What do you mean by quorum?
Quorum at least 5 members attend.
Very good. In a public limited company, at least 5 members should be there. In a private limited company, at least 2 members should be there to conduct a meeting. Suppose meeting started, all assembled, but in case of public limited company, only 3 members are present. And with up to half an hour, they will wait. If at least 5 members are not present, means the meeting will be dissolved. Means the termination of a meeting. That is ending of a meeting. Okay, because of lack of quorum. If quorum is not present, meeting will be dissolved for the time being. Again, notice will be served to the members to attend another meeting. Okay, that is what the difference between dissolution and other postponement, adjournment, like that. Okay. Then minutes of proceedings of meetings. See, what do you mean by minutes? See, this minute is different. Our class is of 40 minutes. This is different. A meeting minute is different. See, whatever the points that are discussed, they have to maintain a register, and in that register they have to write everything. Whatever discussed, any doubts are raised by any member, they have to write the name of the member. Whatever topics that are discussed, they have to mention clearly in that register. If any objections are there from any member, they have to be noted. That is what you mean by saying minutes of a meeting. Okay. So agenda will be circulated to members now. On that agenda, what are the topic discussed? Who are in favor of the proposal? Who are against it? Any objections means what are the objections raised by the members? What is the clarification given on those objections? Everything needs to be written. That written document is known as minutes. So every company, whether it is a public company or a private company, they should write the minutes of proceedings of a meeting. Okay. So it includes everything. So it is a gist. See, after your English lesson, they will give a gist in the lesson. If you read textbook, so a lesson may be of 10 pages, but at the end, the gist summary of the lesson will be given. Similarly, in the minutes of the meeting, whatever points that are discussed in a summary, in a nutshell, they will mention. That is known as minutes. Okay, minutes includes the resolutions actually passed also. What are the resolutions passed? What are the decisions taken place? Everything will be written in minutes. So these are the points relating to meetings. Okay. What are the points that we discussed today? Kinds of resolutions we have discussed. Amendment, we have started our class with amendment. Resolutions, there are 3 kinds of resolutions I mentioned. ordinary resolution, special resolution, and resolution requiring special notice. So the examples of them also we have examined, and the difference between adjournment, postponement, and dissolution also we have discussed. Dissolution takes place normally in case of lack of quorum, want of quorum. Okay. At the end we have discussed about minutes of the meeting, minutes of proceedings of a meeting. Okay, thank you. We will meet in the next class.